Well, hello everyone and welcome to another very exciting episode here on the MIgardener channel. I am so excited for this one because it is going to be answering one of the most commonly asked questions. I cannot tell you how many times I get this in the comment section, in Facebook messages, in YouTube messages, in emails, and it's driving me crazy, so it must stop. So that's why I'm filming this video, because I get that there's a lot of misinformation out there. And the misinformation comes around, how do you not have grass in your raised beds if you don't put down cardboard sheet mulching or newspaper or weed fabric? How? There's a big question mark around that. And we had so many people tell me specifically, Luke, get ready to start weeding, you're gonna have weeds, in kind of a I don't know what I'm doing type of fashion, you know, like I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this my entire life, folks. So the biggest thing is that, number one, it bugs me. It really bugs me when people make me out to seem like I don't know what I'm talking about. I am young. I understand that. I'm really young. But you know what? Age is just a number. And I've been gardening my entire life. I've been doing this and learning. I've taken classes. I've taken courses. I am qualified to make this video, trust me. With many of your grasses, with many of your city grasses that are not a wire grass, they do not easily compete with any type of mulch, meaning they can be suppressed with, on average, around 3 inches of cover. Meaning if you make your beds 10 inches, 1 inch of soil is settled, so 9 inches of soil, that's 3 times the coverage, folks. 3 times the coverage to suppress weeds. If you have things like dandelions, suppressed, they need about 4 inches of coverage. If you have things like, oh my goodness, I don't know, clover. Clover is considered a ground cover weed. 2 inches, folks, 2 inches of coverage to suppress clover. If you have things like wiregrass is something we consider an invasive weed. Sawgrass is things that you consider an invasive weed. Those need 7 to 8 inches of coverage. So even with 9 inches of coverage, you should be totally fine to have absolutely no weed barrier. So when I put down my beds to save time and resources, because we don't have the cardboard, we don't have the newspaper, I simply make the beds deep enough. I throw the beds right on top of the grass. People lose their minds. And then we come back 3 or 4 months later and do a walkthrough to show you that, hey, you can come here and check it out for yourself. If you don't believe me, I have not done any weeds. I have not done any weeding besides the occasional maple seedling that pops up, because there's like 5 or 6 maple trees around our property that drop their little helicopter seed pods and they sprout. But other than that, there is no grass sprouting in my beds. Let me repeat that. For everyone that has left a comment, for the thousands of comments saying that I would have weeds, saying that I should get ready to weed, saying that I was a total fool to promote people putting a raised bed right on grass without any suppression, let's do a walk around. So I want to take you over to my oldest bed that I started first to prove my point, because you'd figure the oldest bed should have the most weeds. Let's check it out. So let's look at this weed pressure here. Man, I don't know. I don't know how I'm ever going to weed this much. There's just too many weeds in this bed. There's way too much grass growing in this bed. I'm going to have to let this bed go fallow. I'll probably have to tear out the bed and maybe re-till or something. I mean, there's so much grass in this bed that, yeah, I just don't know. But there are these, which are really obnoxious. Folks, there's no grass. There's no grass in my beds. You can put your beds right on top of grass. And to prove my point, here's grass outside of the bed. Probably can't see it because it's so lit on both sides. But look, here's grass on the outside of the beds. This did not have enough coverage. This only had about maybe 3 inches of coverage. There's grass forming here, okay? There's grass growing on the side. There's no grass forming inside my beds. So I'm gonna come through here, I'm gonna trim off the grass on the outside of the beds, remulch a little thicker. That should solve it. But folks, there's no grass in my beds. And so I really do appreciate the concern. I really do appreciate the not so constructive criticism that I get from people. But I'm telling you, if you have regular city grass, like this, like lawn grass, not sawgrass, not wiregrass, you can put the beds right on top of the grass. To prove my point even further, we made these mounds when we put in the fruit trees, these gorgeous fruit trees here. We put about 3 inches of soil around as a soil mulch. So you can take compost and use it as a mulch. And what we've done is the hole extends to about here. And all of this right here is just compost thrown on top of the grass. There's actually grass underneath here. Well, there was at one point. It breaks down, it dies, and then it feeds the soil, and it actually becomes one. It becomes a homogeneous soil layer. There's no grass underneath. And you see here, there's no grass, folks. No grass, not even here. And this is only 3 inches. Look at this. This is like 3 inches, folks. Like this much. The grass cannot compete. It just gets smothered out. And so you have a case here in which this is 3 times less than what the soil is in our beds. And you still don't have any grass. So I just made this video to clarify as well as inform, because I think there's a lot of misinformed people out there that are spreading false information, scaring away people, and devaluing the information that I'm putting out. So I appreciate everyone that has watched our videos and watched us put in raised beds and enjoyed it and implemented it. But again, I really do want to tell the people that have an issue with what we're doing, don't have an issue, folks. So it's totally fine. But anyways, I love you all so much. Thank you again for watching this episode, and hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you learned something new. Hopefully you remember to grow big or go home. We'll catch you all later. See ya.